Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 24th, 2017, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, so we've got a few things coming up. At 2:45 South African time, we have ECB President Draghi will be speaking, so that's an important thing just to keep in mind. We'll look at the euro in just a minute. And then at 4 p.m. South African time, Bank of Canada rate statement, rate decision, that's a big number. That's will affect, we'll look at the Canadian dollar. And then at 4:30 South African time, it's weekly crude oil inventories that come out. And then lastly, at 8 p.m. South African time, we have the FOMC Meeting Minutes. It's basically a meeting over their last rate decisions. So, you know, some major events coming up through the day, but let's see what's going on in the markets. So we're going to start here with the Euro USD, as you can see on the weekly chart, and we just touched this 1258-ish level. Yes, 11258-ish that is, yesterday, and we came right back down. So it doesn't look like it's a major retracement, but it is a retracement, okay? We're trading at 1174. That's about a 50 pip retracement. We have been very bullish on the Euro USD. Now, this is a significant resistance level, 1260-ish level. So keep an eye on this to see if this does reverse itself and we do make the mirror image on the downside from this nice rally that we've had from 108. That could happen as well. Much of it is news related, much of it is not less focused on economics, but be aware that ECB President Draghi will be speaking today, so that might shift the market a little bit, and especially in the euro. So one or two things we can retrace here, okay, down even to maybe I would say 110-ish level, okay, might not come in the next day or so, but it will, you know, if it does not, you know, falter this resistance line, we could definitely see it retrace further down. So just keep an eye on this. This way, if you got yourself into this catch and you shorted it at the top of this move, good for you, because you've anticipated the resistance level. We saw on the weekly chart that we had this resistance level, so this was up, and this was a major resistance level. It's not a minor resistance level. We've been faltering through it throughout all of September of this last year, so this was not something, you know, that was a minor resistance level, but something of more significance, as we can see here highlighted in the daily chart. Now, looking at the GBP USD, we've been very quiet. Okay, nothing really to relate here. We've been trading between 130-ish level and 129.26-ish level. So it's a tight range. Okay, until we see some sort of breakout in either move, I think, you know, you don't have to jump on it right away. Looking at the Aussie USD, we had this nice rally from 73 to 75. Now we're retracing to 74.46-ish level. So if you did catch this nice rally, good for you. It was a good support level down here, as we can see on the daily chart. And then we rallied all the way to 75, and then now we've retraced. So we're really in the middle of the range right now, so there's nothing for me to just say, oh, this is a easy buy or a good place to short, because we're really in the middle of the range. So I believe we'll be range trading between the 75 and 73-ish level. If you remember from last month, we had a rate decision and we broke this 76-ish level and we continued to go further down. So this is still a lower high, if you will, okay, but it looks like it's consolidating in this area. Looking at gold, a nice retracement, maybe 15 points from yesterday, 1265-ish level, that is, and we're retracing to 1251. This is a healthy place for gold to be. Okay, 1250-ish level is right between 1300 of its high and 1220 of its low. So we're almost equidistant between the two variables on the high and the low on the 4-hour chart. So like I said, it looks like it's making a double top here at 1260-ish level. The question is how much further down we're going to go. I think we'll also be consolidating here. We'll be trading between this 1264 and 1246-ish level. So if we do come closer to this 1246-ish level, it might be a good place to actually buy. You know, on the long side, you know, we do have this resistance at 1256-ish level and 1263, 4-ish level, so just keep an eye on that as well. Looking at oil's rallied quite nicely in this week. We've just had like almost a perfect V formation here. We sold off sharply the previous week, the last 2 weeks actually, and now we're rebounding back to where we were previously. So we're above $50 a barrel, which is very significant. Oil outputs actually still cut despite the weakness of the price of oil. But just remember, this is good for the economy. Okay, it means that goods and services actually cost you less. Transportation is the backbone of our economy, really. So this is actually very good for the economy. Airlines do well with it, and consumers do very well with it, as a whole. Okay, so we really do still want oil to be trading at $50 a barrel. Looking at the JSC, we retraced nicely from 48,419, as you can see here. We have this resistance line up here, okay? So just keep that in mind. There's no perfect entry into it. We're trading at 48,300-ish level. So we traced about 100, 150 points from our high. Now there is this resistance level, although, okay, keep an eye on this because we could still go further up, okay? Relatively, this is still pretty strong compared to the Dow Jones and the DAX. Looking at the Dow Jones, we're trading at 20,905. Okay, so we've made back a lot of what we lost last week, okay, based on, again, the news. But at these levels, I'm not sure that I would want to be a buyer. I would look to actually short it somewhere between 20,981 and 20,900-ish level, okay? Because to tell you the truth, this is trading in a range. We're not breaking higher, but we're also, every time there's some sort of negative news towards President Trump, we're taking it back down. So there's a little bit of uncertainty in the markets, especially because look at the DAX. DAX is not breaking higher, okay, and that was really our leading indicator, and now it's faltering. Now we mentioned that the USD CAD will have some sort of news today, so we've depreciated all the way to 140-ish level, okay? Again, so we're looking at a monthly chart here, and we've really rallied from, we continue to rally. We almost corrected itself back in the beginning of April, where we hit a low of 24.27. That's the strongest the CAD has gotten, and then we've weakened itself again. Now this is also obviously related to the price of oil because Canada is a big producer of oil, but as we continue, we still look like it's not doing well. Price of oil is still low, and the Canadian dollar is even getting weaker. So keep an eye on this because this is really a major event today that could propel this further down or could bring us back to this 41-ish level, 42-ish level. So this may be a major play today. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.